Hello and welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. I'm Sibylla and today I'm going to tell you 4 ways to get into action mode. Now it's no secret that I adore Steven Pressfield. If you haven't read The War of Art or Do the Work or his latest Turning Pro yet, then come on, why are you even here? Go on and read them. No, I mean it, seriously. They are such wonderful ways, so true, and such they're a wonderful kick in the butt, in a very actionable and loving kind of way, kick in the butt to get you going on your passion, on doing that which lights you up. There's one sentence in particular in the latest book, Turning Pro, that I have underlined like 5 times in my copy, and that is: the sure sign of an amateur is that he has a million plans and they all start tomorrow. Hands up who knows this phenomenon. Well, I for one am very familiar with it. And that's a huge problem, of course. If we always know what we would like to do, and if we have lots of plans and we can write down all the lists and all the, it's fantastic in our heads. We can even talk about it for hours to people, but we actually never get going. And I say we because I'm fairly certain there are a few people who this has never happened to unless you've never undertaken anything. So if this is you, especially when it comes to a passion, then this episode is for you, because your mission today is to break the inertia and get into action mode. Task 1 is called Understand It's Not About How Good You Are. This is a common misunderstanding, so I'm addressing it at the start, especially since I've been quoting Steven Pressfield's book, Turning Pro. Now, I'll tell you what Turning Pro doesn't mean. It doesn't mean that you have to make a living from your passion, that you have to be a professional in the sense of that you make money with your passion. Now, if that's what you want to do, then I'm cheering you on all the way. That's fantastic. But it's not the requirement, and it's not what Turning Pro refers to. So what does it refer to? In short, it refers to your attitude. Now, we are brought up in our society, we are brought up to think in terms of usefulness, and usefulness in the sense of not what makes you happy, but useful in the sense of very worldly things such as making money. So if something doesn't have an immediate worldly use such as making money, it's automatically relegated to an afterthought. It's a hobby, it's something that is smiled at, something that is not really taken seriously, and definitely not something that is in any way front and center in your life. And now listen to what I'm going to say next. This idea is destroying our happiness. And this is one of the main reasons why I do the work that I do. Because we need to kick this idea to the curb. We need to get rid of it. It's untrue. It is not what life is about, and it traps us in lives that we are desperately unhappy with, pursuing usefulness and money and jobs that don't mean anything to us, and thinking that unless we happen to be a genius or a child prodigy in an art or in a craft or a real worldwide expert in this field of study that lights us up, whatever your passion may be, that is a reason not to make this a priority. Task number 2 is called Get into Action Mode. Your passion is what lights you up, and it also lights the way towards your purpose. So it really deserves that pro attitude, don't you think? Here are 4 ways to get into action mode. Number 1 is calculate how much time you spend on unnecessary things in your life. So by that I mean social media, obligations, people pleasing, things that you do because you kind of think you should do them or whatever. Anything that is unnecessary that you don't really want to do. Find out how much time you spend on it, and then ruthlessly eliminate these things from your schedule. You're not accountable to anyone else. This is your life and your time, and it is up to you to use it the way you choose. So get rid of these things. That's the first step. Number 2 is get coaching. Seriously, I mean it, nothing gets you into action mode faster. This is why I do the work that I do. Go to me or go to anyone you resonate with. If it's a trained coach, they will get you into action mode fast, I promise you that. Number 3 is do one step for your passion today. It can be a small step, but it has to be today. Remember, the sign of an amateur is that everything starts tomorrow, so you have to do something for your passion today. And as a bonus for number 3, as a bonus, schedule your passion into your calendar. I always go on about using your calendar. If you haven't done this yet, start it now. And one of the things that you use your calendar for is to schedule your passion and make it a priority that way. And finally, number 4 is find others who share your passion. There's a huge boost that you get when you talk to people who get it. I don't know whether you're one of those people like me who really like to talk about what lights them up. I've bored people out of their skulls when I talked about things like archery or music, the piano and stuff like that, and they're not that interested and they're trying to be polite. Do you know how wonderful it is to have somebody in front of me who shares that passion, who lights up when I start talking about it, and who answers with, oh yeah, me too, and then a wonderful, delightful conversation ensues where we both get more excited about it. Nothing is more inspirational, and nothing can get you into action faster than knowing somebody else who also takes the same action. You can even hold each other accountable. If it's a friend, or they can become a friend. Look up people who share your passion. If you live remote and you don't know anyone in your immediate personal environment, then go online. There are online groups for absolutely everything, I promise you. It's worth that. Most importantly, maybe, and this is kind of a secret 5th step, is to make a decision today that you're going to turn pro on your passion, that you're going to pursue your passion and do what lights you up with a professional attitude. That is the most important thing. And if you make that decision today, you will know yourself and your life going forward. Task number 3 is called Let Me Know, as usual. So I want you to hit the reply button on the email that you got the link to the video with and tell me what your main takeaway from this video is. Maybe you already have a pro attitude, and if not, then tell me what you're going to do today to develop a pro attitude, whether it's one of those 4 steps or whether it's something else altogether. I'd love to hear your thoughts or read them, and I promise that I'll reply to every email. If you didn't get the link to the video in an email, that means you're not part of the Wild Spirits community yet, and you should join us. Go to wildspiritscoaching.com and fill in the little form there. You can also do the free life audit on that page. If you fill in the form at the end of the life audit, one of the things that does is that it subscribes you to Wild Spirits News. You will receive 1 email per week, so it's 100% spam free. You'll get additional information, articles, recommendations of books and other resources, and sometimes you get exclusive offers that are only for my subscribers that nobody else ever gets to see. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up. You can also Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll get you to the website as well. Thanks for watching.